Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Tower of Guns. So, last run went okay, and I feel like I could have done a little bit better there, but at the same time I'm going to pin a lot of it on just kind of the quality of the drops we got. We got a lot of mobility boosters, you know, a lot of jumps, which would have been really useful except for against the Egg Scrambler, because jumping around only feels like it's going to murder you. So I pretty much just kind of stood there, took it, thought I found a safe spot, and, you know, paid for that with my life at the end of the run. But, you know what, when it comes down to it, we did see the, kind of at the beginning of that episode, I tacked on how to kill the Egg Scrambler without, the, like, sheer amount of confusion that I had been dealing with earlier, because every time I ever came across the, feels like they're the little explodey bots hiding underneath the map because they spawned wrong, which is a terrifying prospect. But yeah, anytime I'd ever come across the Egg Scrambler, the pattern didn't make sense, that didn't seem like there's an obvious weakness. Turns out I was supposed to be aiming for that massive orb in the back all along, or not in the back, on top, all along, and I just never paid attention. So currently we're running around with the Babble Gun and Luck++, because I feel like the Luck is exceedingly more beneficial than I originally gave it credit for. Hit myself a little bit there, and I kind of feel foolish for it, because we're doing actually pretty fantastically. We already got an EXP booster, which is going to help amazingly. Ow. Considering the Babble Gun is one of the slowest leveling guns in the game, at least as far as I can tell. Which means, more or less, I thought I killed all these guys. More or less, if we can get this thing up to level 6, anything and everything we come across is just going to be dead. Really wish you could crouch jump in this game, because I can't actually get up to this coin, which upsets me greatly. But, you know what, that is the way the cards are dealt. Let's see if there are any other pickups in these corners. Does not look like it. Alright, but yeah, so the last run, we had like we had one armor booster, and that was it. And, I think we had we had rapid fire, which was amazing. Or at least, generally pretty amazing. I would argue that it's like, rapid fire is awesome, but if you don't have the might pickups to back it up, you're going to lose all your weapon levels, and then you're going to be one sad puppy. So we got some stuff down here. I really hope I can get down here without taking damage before it goes away, just like I did. Now, we took a little bit of stupid damage there just because I was blathering and not really paying attention to what I was doing, but we got hit by a spiky ball. Luckily, it didn't set us back too much, but we're about to go fight the boss with a level 1 weapon, which I'm not keen on, but, you know, that's the way this game goes, and if that's the way this game goes, then let's go up the twisty slide of whatnots and see if there's anything nice up here for us. Because I think there's some nice stuff. Speaking of nice things, I didn't even notice that. That was a health boost if you weren't fully paying attention, meaning that actually will help a fair amount. Again, I still would prefer armor over health, but beggars can't be choosers, and I'm just going to say that. It's my mantra. Beggars can't be choosers, and I've got nothing to complain about, unless I got nothing at all, and then, well, I mean, might as well complain about being a poor person. Ow. We got a lot of saw blades, which are my main concern right now, because I don't want to get close to them, but it's... Ow. Why would anybody ever purchase that? You can buy a difficulty booster in the shop over there, which seems largely pointless to me. Or, not even pointless, more just self-destructive and terrible. So we got a couple saw blade launchers, which, you know, terrify me on a fundamental level. And we've got a mystery shop down here, which, for 73 coins, it's going to not quite bankrupt us, but it is going to cost quite a pretty penny. What did we get? So we got Siege Adapter, which, double-edged sword, but I'm going to go with it because, A, we don't have anything better, and the damage output could be hugely helpful here, and honestly, admittedly we only have 8 coins right now, if I can read that right. It's covered by my frame rate ticker, but money is one of those things in this game where you just have so much of it, it's kind of pointless. Alright, so we're up against the big ol' spike room. Where's the... There it is. So I actually really like the big ol' spike room for a lot of reasons, and this is one of them. It's largely immobile. Or, not largely immobile, but you don't have to worry about, like, running all over the place. It does kind of piss me off, because all the pickups always get stuck in the wall. And, like, yeah, there are a bunch over here, too. So let's see what we get. So we get, usable item that I've never seen before. Which, what does it say? Weaponized monkey wrench. Well, the siege adapter helped us out, but it's not going to be one of those useful things because you are totally immobile while you're using it. And I would much rather try out something new, see what it does, and go from there. So let's head up the elevator and straight to, where are we going? Gearworks or Foundry? I'm really hoping Foundry, I think. Yep, Foundry. Awesome. I don't know, every time I go to the Gearworks, I get a shit ton of stuff, which I'm very thankful for. But I also feel like that's the level that kills me more often than not. Like, if I can get up to the battlements... Actually, no, the dark area. What's that called? The armory? I think it's the armory. The armory is the one that kills me most often. But then, beyond that, if like... Oh, hello. You guys are terrifying. 3 spiky ball launchers that I'm not even paying attention to, but we get a health pickup. Bleh. We get a health pickup, which, again, nice. I would kill for some armor or health right now. No, well, not health. Armor or crit or, I guess, might. Those are the 3 most useful things. Or an extra couple of jumps would be really nice, because I predict we're going to be doing a fair amount of platforming. Not as much as if we were in the Gearworks, but, like, for this section specifically, some nice jumps and, like, jump length wouldn't specifically save us. We don't need saving. It's more like it would just make our lives significantly easier. So we've got a lot of stuff coming at us, but I'm going to be gutsy here and pick these things up just because they're going to protect us faster than anything else. And we've still got a lot of pickups, and I'm getting hit by bullets stupidly just because my greed and my like need to pick everything up before it disappears is overwhelming. It feels like someday I should go for the thing that makes it so pickups never go away, but at the same time, I don't know. Oh, blue EXP rate ++. That is a really nice boon. So we got a lot of cannons on the other side. And some magnetism would be really nice here too. There's also a mystery box over there, and I'm not keen on picking it up. I'm never keen on picking them up. I know there was one place like a little while ago where we could have gotten like 10. Right, well, maybe not 10. I think I'm exaggerating. I think it was like the previous round or something like that. But I could have gotten like 4 mystery boxes. And it's like, on one hand, that would be amazing. On the other hand, I really don't want to, like, gimp myself just out of, like, sheer hope of getting something good. Gambling runs in the family, I think I've mentioned that before, and when it comes down to it, I don't feel like gambling with these runs. I like to get as far as I can, and shooting myself in the foot very heavily is not what I would consider well, not an ideal situation, but shooting myself in the foot in favor of, like, maybe a slight power boost is not what I would call a fair trade. So I'm just going to avoid the gambling for a while. So we've got 2 secret areas. We've got, I mean, this right here that we just hit. There's also that over there. And I would love to go see what's back there. Well, I guess we got 3 secret areas, because there's this one too that you can get back and around. It's only a little bit of coinage. But since we don't have any kind of extra jumps or jump height or anything, getting to the other secret area is going to mean a lot of damage for us, because we're more or less going to have to just wade through the lava. So I'm going to make the executive decision to not risk it, because we're already injured, and it's not worth it. And we've got a lot of really good power-ups going for us, so if, you know, I shoot myself in the foot right from the get-go, well, I'm just going to be sad. Let's get through here. The hardest target to hit is always the immobile door that I don't have to worry about. I don't recognize this room, which is kind of cool. I love it when I come across a room I don't recognize, because it means things are, like, super unique as opposed to just being like, oh, hey, that's a thing. We got an extra jump, which is exactly what I was asking for. If I could get... Ow. Ooh, yes. So, might on this gun is a little dangerous, because, of course, if we hit ourselves, it means more damage. At least I think. I've never quite measured it. It's like, does the splash damage, is it more intense if I've got, you know, higher damage? I assume so, but maybe it could be like, oh, geez. Hello. Bring me back down, please. Thank you. Because there is... I'm not going to say floating death coming straight for me, because these guys can't kill me. In fact, I'd be hard-pressed to say that they'd even injure me. But, oh crap, I didn't want him to blow up right then and there. What I really want these guys to do is get close, but like this far, so I can get their pickups, because if they're up there, I'm going to have trouble getting them. And they're all going to start chain reacting and dropping all their stuff, and it looks like I'm kind of out half of it, and I'm not happy about that. Oh, we're full health anyway, so who cares? And so I'm just going to take this lift up and see what we can get. We got a lot of stuff, and worth it for the risk, even though there wasn't that much of a risk. I'm still getting hit by a little bit of the lava, which is not so great, but oh well. So we got weapon level 4 on this thing already. We've got 2 blue EXP boosters, which is, I would say, quite amazing. We've got... Wait. I'm so glad I picked up the jumps here. It's making things a lot easier to get around. So we got a lot of bullets coming down both of those pathways. I'm very glad I got off, because now I guess I'm just going to snipe them from a distance. Now there's a little bit of a spread on this gun, but the splash is enough to kind of compensate for it, because the moment it hits the back wall is more or less the equivalent of shooting those guns. And if you hear rumbling in the background, that would be the plows. We're getting a bit of a blizzard outside, and it's kind of nice being here and comfortable and shooting things. So, a couple of power-ups. Didn't manage to get them. Doesn't look like anything I would be truly upset to lose. I guess the health pickup was really... I wouldn't say the most useful thing, but it was enough to top us off pretty substantially. So we got a thing down here that I want to come see. So it's another jump, and we've got more than enough coinage for it. Oh no, it's a jump height boost, which, I mean, it's kind of one of those that I would prefer to have a mix of jump height and jumping, but you know what? So we've got a weapon EXP booster, and I've got 2 of those already. So, on one hand, not the most necessary thing in the world. On the other hand, if I could get my hands on just like a little bit more currency... Oh geez, where am I? Hell! Ask and thou shalt receive. This is nice. So now we've got 70 coins, and assuming I can get back there, awesome. Let's see if I can get across, because this might be a separate secret area. Okay, so that's where I fell in. Good to know. Though I'm going to come back and check anyway. It does not look like there's anything here. So I want to see if there's 2 secret areas, or if it's just like one longer secret area. Yep, one longer secret area. Okay, but still, amazing from a lot of perspectives, because now we've got... Assuming I can get over there, I'm going to take a little bit of fall damage. Yep, barely any though. And now we're going to get our 3rd weapon EXP boosters. It makes me feel like I should have been running Taco Terror, but at the same time, I probably wouldn't have gotten all these nice and fancy things if I had been running Taco Terror. So, what do we got? We got a might booster, an armor booster, a speed booster, and a couple of jump boosts, which I'm very happy about each and every one of them. They're going to make this a lot easier. And since we've got the weapon EXP boosters, all 3 of them, I believe, that means this gun is going to be maxed out for most of the run, except for when we start fighting... when we start fighting bosses, because you don't really get a whole lot of weapon EXP against bosses, and that makes me kind of sad. So we got a bunch of lanterns. That's always kind of scary, but this is a good time for the weaponized monkey wrench. Oh, you know what that does? The weaponized monkey wrench gives you a bunch of blue EXP, just straight up, which is amazing. It might even... It doesn't max it out, but it at least got us all the way up to 5 max, which is phenomenal. Means that we can go into this boss with a really high-powered weapon and some pretty nice boosts to go along with it. So it looks like another spiky wall of death, or a big ol' spike room, I guess is the proper term for this boss. So we got a lot of stuff on the inside, and I can't... Well, actually, this is one of those where I can probably just stay in here and just shoot it, because the big spikes aren't as much of a threat, and I have high enough damage output, I don't have to worry about too much. So what do we got? Unless... Well, I've never seen that item before either, but I'd be remiss to throw away the monkey wrench, the weaponized monkey wrench, because that is quite possibly the most useful thing for us right now, especially if we, get to the end of our rope against, say, the gumball machine. So is this... No, I haven't seen this one before. What is it called? The Strategic Defense Array. Well, it's got full charges, so let's use it and see what it does. It lays down a bunch of weird disco lasers. I think I'm happy with the weaponized monkey wrench. So let's get out of here. Let's see if we get another health pickup. Yes, we do. Amazing. I'd love it if it was more than just health pickups, but at the same time, can't complain. We're pretty much full health, max weapon level, or so close to it. It's amazing. And I am very happy with this run. So let's blow our noses because, well, I mean, we kind of have to. I don't know. Something about this game just makes me snotty, and not in the way like a 4th grader is to their teacher, snotty little brat. I am by default a snotty little brat, but you know what, that's enough personal details. Ooh, I don't think I've ever seen this version, which is really cool. It's also terrifying because, those like weird bouncy bomb things? Or bullets? Not a bullet bill, Though this game, I should see if I could mod the textures on these things, because it would be amazing to turn each and every one of the bullets into bullet bills. I would do that. I should do that. I should figure out how. And I don't know how I got hair in my mouth, but yeah. So if I could figure that out, and I bet I could ask Joe about it, because I think that'd be the kind of thing he, as the game developer, would be in support of. I'm floored that there's no secret area back here. Like, floored. Alright, well, whatever. Doesn't look like there's anything up there either. Amazing. And confusing. Is there anything back there? No. It's like the room without secrets. And maybe there are secrets that I don't know about, but you know what? Maybe there's something back here? Well, at least I can peer at another part of the tower I'm not used to looking at. So it looks like just kind of another gun thing. I think there was some commentary in one of the flavor texts talking about why it's so foggy up here, but I think it's just an excuse to not have anything on the outside, which still makes me sad, because I would love to see some, like, nice panoramic views, even if they're just, like, more or less 2D images that have been repurposed for this. So we've got a lot of death down this direction. I think I already took out the tank, which is good. We've got to deal with these guys, and we've got a lot of bullets and a lot of lanterns. And, okay, if the bullets or the lanterns have all taken the... Ow! What the... That lantern just, like, beelined itself for me like a crazy person. But, you know what? We got a lot... more than enough EXP pickups. And I'm gonna kind of blitz my way back just to get out of, A, the torrential rain of bullets, even though they're pretty much... I wouldn't say a necessity at this point, but they're pretty much just automatic, like... Oh, geez, those guys. I hate those guys. But, lovingly, we've got multiple jumps, so we can kind of get around them without a whole lot of issues. We've got to deal with these guys, and then there are just these things. And they're done. Awesome. Now, we've got enough jump height, so I think we can get to one of the 2 secret areas, and then there's the other one that I discovered. I don't know if I discovered it on my own or during the last run. And I honestly can't tell if I did or not, but we've got a couple of secret areas here. Health pickup, we are full health. Difficulty reduction, always, 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 always super helpful. And what do we got down here? Because this is new. Coinage! You know what? My currency was a little low. I'll be the first to admit it. I've been pretty happy about how many shops we've run into, how much money we've been able to spend, and how little we've been picking up in favor of other things. Because I know that we've definitely done runs before where it's like, you know, you expect the enemy to give you a nice pickup or something, and all they give you is some, like, really, really crappy amount of coinage, and you already have, like, 6,000, and it's like, well, I'm the richest man in the universe, but I can't use it, so my kingdom for a camel. I don't think that's the right phrase. Yeah, it's my kingdom for a horse. But you know what? I'm going to paraphrase. I don't even know if that was Shakespeare or, like, Susan B. Writers B. I don't know. I'm just butchering things left and right. But you know what? We get another luck pickup. We're still at weapon level max. Full health, too. So at this point, it seems almost pointless for me to be going after all the weapon EXP pickups. It's just kind of a compulsion at this point, because it's like, well, you know, you're always below minimum level. Always. It's very rare that I've had, you know, this amount of luck come out of a run. We've got 2 luck pickups, so with any luck, it will mean more. It will mean we can start getting some, like, might and armor pickups, because, you know what, 2 jumps is good enough, especially if we're going into this to fight the Chompsalots again. I think we are. No. Nope, this is the Doomball. I like the Doomball. I wish we had a little bit more speed to fight the Doomball, but when it comes down to it, I think I'm good enough. Especially if I start jumping. Now, we do have to deal with that cannon. Got hit a little bit, but not enough to really make me regret my decisions in life. And we've almost killed the Doomball already, so it's kind of like, just keep moving. The missiles will keep coming. I believe, yep. Or maybe those are just bullets. Anyway, so what is this thing? The portable orbital laser. Again, probably not useful, so I'm gonna just use it. And Tetsuo. Okay, so the portable orbital laser is a Akira reference, and more or less you just fire a laser straight out of you, and I assume it does crazy damage. But in favor of using the weaponized monkey wrench, we are just sticking with this, because, well, back up to weapon level max. And I feel kind of silly for wasting it like that, but I believe we got an item charge booster somewhere early on. I could be wrong. I could be mixing up runs in my head. But even then, by the time we get to the next boss, we'll have enough charges to make up for it. So assuming we don't take a crazy amount of damage in logistics, which is kind of random. Oh, we're doing the Hobbitron run of this, which is always kind of neat. I love the fact that there are flavor text. I just really wish you could read it at the end or something when you win or lose, just to see like how much of your run you actually got to see, or like the text you got to see, because currently I'm too busy shooting things to truly pay attention. It makes me sad. And maybe someday I'll like actually slow down, maybe as a practice run, and I could fill out the wiki as to what it says, because you know what, that'd probably be a good thing to do. But again, that would take time, and this is one of those where it's like, when I'm doing a run, I don't want to slow down, but most of my runs I record, because apparently every time I try and practice this game, I just do freakishly amazing. So we've got a lot of laser things, they terrify me. Let's see if we can take them out at least. Yep. Okay, so we're a little safer. We got a flamethrower over there, so rushing across the to the other side of the room would have been tantamount to suicide, especially with all the lasers and crap. But since the only pickups we need right now are like, oh geez, my hands are off the keys. I reached up to scratch my nose, and guess what? I proceeded to walk straight into the bullets instead of backing up because I had my hands on 1, 2, 3, W instead of, you know, the keys they were supposed to be on. But you know what? Barely took any damage. Acceptable losses, even if I feel really stupid. And yeah, let's just get the secret. I don't know if there are any other secrets in here. I don't remember there being any. It's also one of those runs where we haven't really gotten a whole lot of like jumping and movement stuff, which on one hand is bad. On the other hand, I can deal with it, especially because now that I know the key to fighting the gumball machine is not to like jump like a maniac. Oh, that's who just spawned. You can hear when enemies spawn, so it's like, oh, you know, who just spawned on my head? Well, these guys just spawned on my head. Don't want to take any falling damage, because that would be stupid. And we're not quite full health, but we are damn close. We've got enough currency for whatever upgrades we can purchase. And there comes the music again. I love the music and the logistics, but every once in a while it just goes on a quiet spell. I'm not quite sure why, but meh. Actually, in general, I like the music in this game, and I believe, no, I am actually certain that the music was composed / produced by Joe's brother. Hello. Okay, so we got a couple of purple things, and good. Now they're facing away from us. Amazing. So we don't have to deal with that, and we got a lot of health pickups, so we are full health, full weapon, and all we need is upgrades at this point. I keep saying that, and I keep hoping we're going to get some, and I mean, thus far we haven't been what I would call the most lucky as far as pickups in a while. I think the Foundry, and I guess the battlements were pretty good, but the boss really didn't draw much good for us, and we haven't gotten anything on this run. And what is this, the second room we're in? Well, you know what? Why the hell would anybody buy one of those? It's a difficulty booster, and it always seems like the most useless thing in the world. Because why would I want to increase the difficulty unless I'm like some really insane person? But, you know what? That's a super cannon. Let's get out of there before the super cannon teaches us the meaning of fear. And get around kind of to the back. Now, I feel like I should be saving those pickups, but by the time I feel like I actually get injured in all of this, I will have, all of those pickups will have gone away. But again, we are at max weapon, max health, and all we need are pickups. So we've got a couple more like little cannon-y things, and all we have to do is go up and see what we got. So, I wonder if that's a store over there. No, it looks like more weapon EXP, some health. I already got the coinage, so let's go up. Why does my nose itch so much? It's because it's snowing, isn't it? It's like kind of this weird curse that anytime the weather decides to get like any kind of interesting, things just get really really messy for my nasal passages. And I guess that's normal. I have a tiny little pug nose, so go figure. Hit myself a little bit there, but you know what? Tolerable damage, and there's so many pickups that it's meaningless at this point. So let's just, I guess, ring around the rosy with these guys. I think, yep, okay, they were following me, but no pickups yet. I always come into this room thinking, oh yeah, you know, I'll get a shit ton of pickups. I guess there's a speed pickup, that's nice. Gotta watch out for the unicorn vomit, and there's somebody downstairs that's shooting at us. So we have to be slightly wary of that, but not overwhelmingly so. So we didn't take any falling damage there, which flabbergasts me, but hey. So we got through this room, probably the easiest we've ever had on this room, which I'm very thankful for. But you know what that means? We're probably going to go fight the Egg Scrambler after this, which makes me sad because fighting the Egg Scrambler would, well, not ruin my day, but it would definitely make it kind of a sadder day in comparison. So we've got some coinage, we've got some blue EXP, and beautiful. So did I need to pick up the blue EXP? No, I really didn't, but considering we are going to be leaving this area and never coming back, might as well get everything anyway, just in case there's like just a sliver missing. Plus, maybe there's like some score monitor I don't know about and it keeps track of my run. Which actually would mean if my run is being kept track of, it balances the difficulty higher the better I'm doing, which would be very unfortunate. But considering everything, I'm trying to remember if there's secret areas. No, I don't remember there being any secret areas in this room, at least none that I have found yet. Unless, there's one place I gotta check. And I believe this actually does have a secret area in it. Yep, okay. So we're going back down the lift whenever it comes up. Because if I can launch myself up there, we're golden. So, as soon as it starts going up, and I flubbed it. I flubbed it hard. Because what you have to do is you have to jump as it's going up, and the extra momentum will like work in your favor. So, jump and jump. So what do we get? We get an extra jump. Awesome. Not the most necessary thing in the world, but having a triple jump is phenomenal, I have to say. Oh, and it's this room. Let's see, how much damage are we going to take? And or how many pickups are we going to get? So we got a Lantern of Fullest, and we got a lot of things shooting at us from back over there. But with any luck, oh, no, we got this guy. This guy is probably the biggest threat to our existence right now, and that guy, come to think of it. We also have a couple of the spiky ball launchers up above us, but I can at least dodge those with some degree of accuracy and ability. So let's just take them out, and they're done. And we know about a bunch of secret areas in here, which I'm very happy about because it means we can actually get to them. We've got enough jumps, and that's an item charge and a difficulty reduction, and if I spy with my little eye, I see a luck booster too, which is amazing. And of course, we are pretty close to full health. Probably should have prioritized getting a lot of the pickups before going through, but our weaponized monkey wrench is enough to get us back up, and that's a bunch of weapon EXP just sitting in the corner. So that's it for the enemies in this area. Let's see about the secrets. So there's the question of will I even be able to get there? No, I do have triple jumps, which is good. And I'm gonna hold off on the luck, just because we've only got one zone after this one, and it's one of those that if I do it wrong, it's not gonna have anything for me, and I was stuck on the level architecture. I hate this part, because I always feel like I don't have enough jumps, and this is gonna make me sad if I can't make this. Yeah, I might not have enough jumps for that. Oh well, sorry guys. Well, in that case, we should have enough coinage, at least for the luck pickup, and with any luck that is not the boss chamber, but if it is, maybe the Sanctum will have some nice pickups for us. It's rare. Usually all the pickups we get are focused towards the beginning of the game, and after that it's a lot of, like, not so good stuff. But in favor of just having something to get out of this room, some luck. Oh, it's the Doom Cannon, or the pipe organ. Well, I'm down with pipe organ. Now, the pipe organ does have some kind of unfortunate bits with these spiky balls, and I don't like them. But when it comes down to it, I guess I can jump over them, actually. As long as, yep, okay, we're golden. And just gotta make sure I don't get hit by any more. Use the weaponized monkey wrench. What do we got? The ramp? What is it that the bosses are just dropping activated items for us and nothing else today? It's offensive. I can't imagine there'd be any secret areas in the boss chamber, but hey, you always have to check. And here we are. So, Bulby Baggins. Logistics. It's kind of hard to read the text. I wish the box behind them was kind of bigger, because if you have it against a bright background, you can't see anything. So we do have a couple of Hugbots, but I'm keeping to my word not killing any, because I have no idea how to get to Hugbot Alley. It seems random to me, but there's definitely a rhyme or reason to it. But, you know what? We got to the Sanctum. We're full health, full weapon, and we have the capacity to pretty much stay at full weapon this entire way through. So is the door gonna open? Okay, so I know this room. This room is terrifying, but easy to manage. Especially when you've got crazy splash damage. Really, the only thing that was going to mess our run up royally was going to be if we had to fight the Egg Scrambler. because the Egg Scrambler is truly terrifying, because more or less my splash damage would have been the thing to do me in. Now, I do have a bunch of these little guys that I would love to avoid at all costs, and I was toying in with the riskiest of businesses there, because I was like, well, you know, oh, come on, those are health pickups. Oh well. So we got a couple more cannons to tango with. There's one Peasley little health pickup. But we're still at weapon level 5, there's a mystery box, and I hate picking them up, so I'm going to avoid it at all costs. And hopefully we can get some of our health back here. So, what can I do in this situation? Well, we've got a bunch of those unicorn poop launchers. And I discovered something on accident a while ago when we were in this room. Is that if you stand right here, they blow up. Because they keep hitting themselves with their own mines. Now, I think... okay, they're all dead. So we've got an EXP boost. I hit myself there. I was really hoping I'd be kind of out of the firing range, but, you know what, a little bit of health pickups. We're still at full weapon, which, amazing. And let's see what's up here. Trying to mess our day up. So we got a couple of cannons that I can fly over. And, okay, still took a little bit of damage, but there's enough health pickups that we're golden. We are golden. Assuming that we can get through the next room without somehow getting murdered terribly, I will be happy, and I don't want to sound like I'm bursting with confidence here, but I'm bursting with confidence. Because we've got the weaponized monkey wrench, we've got armor, might, full weapon, and I don't know, it feels like we can do no wrong at this point. So we got behind the unicorn poops before it did anything terrible to us, and it looks like there's more unicorn poops over there. Oh, there are these guys too. I don't know if they're the flying distraction variety, or just the, like, terrifying shoot you from above when you're not paying attention variety. And it's the kind I don't want to make guesswork here, but what do we got? Oh, geez, we got a bunch of super cannons, but we are in a really nice and unique position of, hello, there are so many of them. I'm going to actually just get around here, take out the unicorn poops, and, oh, that's a flamethrower from above. The thing is, I can get around the bullets, which is amazing, because they move super slow, and there we go. And that's an armor pickup. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So it looks like the floating dudes are just kind of the haunty variety, which is good, and, yeah, it's amazing. Oh, no, they're not the floaty variety. They are actually shooting at me. But, again, not that big of a deal. I just have to shoot him from here, and we're good. I am... oh, that's a health pickup. I don't know if we need it. We're full health, full weapon. I am flabbergasted with how well... oh, jeez. Flabbergasted with how well we've been doing. But, you know what? I'm terrified of things. I'm actually going to just go back here for a second. Oh, I didn't even expect we would get this, but we just got a might pickup. Oh, randomly, right before the boss. Which, again, is the kind of thing that's going to really make this run work. And... I don't know, I don't think we've had a run this lucky in a very, very long time. And that's great. So that looks like a weapon EXP boost, which I don't need. I've got triple jump. If I had quintuple jump, I'd be golden, but triple jump is going to do it for us. Doors closed behind. We've got, 2 or 3 armor pickups, 2 might pickups, full weapon. The gumball machine is going down today. The gumball machine is going so down. Alright, so it's got that orb above him, and if I can hit it, it opens everything up for us, and we're good. So just alternate fire between these two, and jumping around, because if I alternate fire between the two of them, well, apparently you can't hit the orb thing while it's summoning all of its little bits, but we are so good. We are so good. We're taking a little bit of damage here and there, but the armor seems to be mitigating it, and the orb keeps getting bigger, which makes it really easy for us to take out the gumball machine. Oh, we're gonna make it today. He's summoning as many people as he possibly can to take us out, but we're not even down below weapon level 5. All that armor I was bragging about, oh, it makes me so happy. And he drops the goddamn ramp. So, unless there's another level, we just freaking beat it. My heart is pounding, and I'm excited. Yeah, we did it. We're done. Yay! So, the plot for this one is kind of hard to go along with, considering I missed half of it. But more or less, it was like a Hobbit parody where it's like, oh yeah, you know, here's Gandalfatron and some dwarves, and I forget what their names are, and, you know, Bilbo. And they're going back to, you know, reclaim the dwarves' home. Pretty simple, right? And it's like, well, we reclaimed your home and everything like that, right? New perk, Bernhardt Heart. So, I guess we can still earn the perk even if we had it disabled. I wonder why it didn't take us through the teleporter, but I guess I ran out of time? Walk off into the sunset, knowing you have completed the job and saved Thornton's home and heritage. At least help saved, sorta, a little. Now you can begin recording your adventure in a book. You think you can call it sorta. There. They still made it, or something like that. I don't know. It was going too fast. But more or less, you beat the gumball launcher, which is the equivalent of defeating Smaug, and then they just kind of give up at the end. But, you know what? I'm ecstatic. That was a 35-minute run. Beaten. Done. Golden. That's what I'm going to call this run. Golden. So, I'm excited and pumped and want to play more. But I can't because I got other things to do. Oh well. Win-death ratio. 2%. Go! Yes! Alright, so, this has been Wanderbot beating Tower of Guns at long last. This is like run number 30 or some nonsense like this that I've recorded, and you know what? I'm still happy about it because it means the next time we do this, we're going to win it again and again, and I'm excited. Man, look at all those pickups. Luck plus was the good way to go. Alright, so I will see you guys on the next run of Tower of Guns, and as always, thanks for watching.